Alien uproar, you caged human children. Do you even realize, my God? What have you done? Best HFY. The sun rose slowly over Haven 3, painting the golden fields in warm light. Small wooden houses dotted the plains, each with a garden full of vegetables and flowers. The colony was quiet. Birds chirped in the air. Children ran through the fields, laughing and chasing each other. For now, everything seemed peaceful. Lucas Hill ran across the grass, his small legs carrying him as fast as he could. He reached the edge of the cornfield where his friend Maya Carter was waiting. Maya's hair was tied in a messy braid, and her boots were covered in dirt from yesterday's adventures. "You're late," she called, but a smile spread across her face. Lucas grinned. "I had to race the chickens," he said. Behind them, Ethan Ross walked slowly, carrying a small notebook. He was shy but very smart. He liked to write down everything he saw. Today, he had sketches of strange clouds above the mountains. Elena Parker, the teacher of their small school, watched the children from the porch of the schoolhouse. Her eyes were kind, and she always made sure the children were safe. Today, she held a small basket of apples to give to the students. "Come inside soon," she called. "We have lessons about stars and planets." The children groaned but ran anyway, following the path to the school. In the distance, Captain Daniel Brooks, the head of the colony's security, walked along the outer fence. He was tall, with broad shoulders and careful eyes. He had seen storms, wild animals, and occasional minor accidents, but nothing dangerous for years. The colony was small and far from the main human fleets. Most days, it felt like the world ended at the mountains. Daniel looked at the horizon. Something felt off today, though he could not say why. Far above, in the darkness of space, a small alien vessel drifted silently. It was sleek and shiny, moving without noise. Inside, Commander Vrall watched the colony through thick glass panels. The aliens had long arms and narrow faces. Their eyes were sharp and bright. They spoke quickly in clicks and tones that humans could never hear. Vrall tilted his head. The humans were strange. They allowed their young to play freely. They did not train children for war or strict service as the alien young were trained. It seemed foolish. "This species is unpredictable," Vrall said to his science officer, a smaller alien with pale skin. "We must observe more closely. Their children are strange. They survive the wild alone sometimes. They grow fast. They may have secrets we need." The science officer clicked his mandibles. "Do we need to capture them?" he asked. Vrall's eyes narrowed. "Yes," he said. "We will take a small group. We must learn what makes them strong. But we take only a few. The humans must not realize at first, otherwise they may resist." Below, the colony carried on its simple life. Farmers worked in the fields. Bakers baked bread for breakfast. Children ran in groups, calling to each other. No one saw the shadows in the sky. No one knew what was coming. That night the air was calm. A soft wind moved the grass. The children had gone to bed, and the adults sat quietly in their homes. The alien team landed silently in the far fields. Their technology allowed them to become almost invisible. They moved slowly, scanning for children. Lucas, Maya, and Ethan were asleep in their small dormitory-style rooms at the schoolhouse. Vrall watched from above. "Select 3, he ordered. "Take them without warning. Do not let the adults know yet. We need specimens to study." The small alien team entered the schoolhouse. Their eyes glowed faintly. They moved like shadows, silent and careful. In the children's room, Lucas stirred in his sleep. Maya hugged her small blanket, dreaming of adventures. Ethan had his notebook clutched tightly. In seconds, the aliens were gone, taking the children into containment chambers aboard their vessel. The next morning, the colony woke to panic. Doors were left open. Teachers and parents ran to the schoolhouse. Elena Parker stood frozen. Half her class was gone. Her hands shook as she called names. "Lucas, Maya, Ethan." Her voice broke, but there was no answer. Captain Daniel Brooks arrived quickly. He scanned the schoolhouse with a small device that detected energy signatures. "They are gone," he said softly. "Taken, someone or something took them at night." Parents cried, some yelled, others ran to check their homes. The small colony was in chaos. Daniel tried to calm everyone. "We will find them," he said. "We will not let them be harmed, but we need calm. Panic will not help." Meanwhile, in space, the alien vessel moved silently away from the colony. Inside, the children woke. Lucas rubbed his eyes. Where are we?" he asked. Maya looked around, frowning. "I don't know," she said. Ethan examined the walls. "They are not like us," he said. "The air feels heavier. The lights, the floors, everything is strange." The aliens watched the children carefully. They expected fear and weakness. They did not understand when the children adapted quickly. The gravity on the ship was stronger than on Earth. Children who should have stumbled moved carefully but confidently. Lucas explored the edges of the chamber, finding small cracks and panels. Ethan noticed that the energy fields flickered. Maya comforted the youngest children. Commander Vral frowned. "Why do they not weaken?" he asked. "They should collapse. Human children are small." "They are fragile," the science officer clicked in confusion. "It is impossible. They adapt and quickly. They do not panic like other species." Back on Haven 3, Daniel Brooks contacted Earth. "This is Colony Haven 3, he said over the secure channel. "We have lost children. Multiple children have been taken. We need immediate assistance." On Earth, Admiral Grace Mitchell received the message. She was calm at first, reading the report carefully. Then she saw the list of missing children. Her eyes widened. Her hands shook slightly. "Children taken," she whispered. She activated the fleet. "Send Horizon," she ordered. "Commander Ryan Cole will handle this." Commander Ryan Cole listened quietly on the bridge of the Horizon. His face did not change. He confirmed the orders. "Children are taken," he said softly. Every crew member knew the weight of those words. Children were not just lives to protect. They were symbols of humanity's strength and future. The aliens continued to move through space, confident. Vral believed the humans would not risk war over children. They were wrong. Inside the alien vessel, the children began to observe. Lucas tried pressing a small panel, noticing sparks. Ethan memorized the flickering pattern of the energy field. Maya kept the group calm. The aliens did not expect human children to work together so efficiently. They expected fear and submission, but they were met with patience, curiosity, and courage. Daniel Brooks coordinated the colony's emergency measures. Scouts were sent to the surrounding areas to see if there were other signs. Parents kept their children safe, teaching them to stay calm. Alina Parker helped by keeping younger children busy with games and stories. They did not know where their friends were, but they refused to break down. Humans had always survived against odds. Vral grew uneasy as he watched the children. They did not cry. They did not panic. They moved, observed, and adapted. Something about them felt different. He had studied hundreds of species. None had behaved like this. On Earth, Admiral Grace Mitchell ordered the Horizon to drop out of faster-than-light travel near the suspected location of the alien vessel. Commander Ryan Cole prepared for the worst. He knew that the aliens had underestimated humanity, and he knew that the children, even in their small bodies, were already showing traits that would make rescue possible. The story of the night's abduction spread quietly in the galaxy, even as Vral moved further away. He believed he was safe. He believed the humans would hesitate, but he did not know the humans well. He did not know what it meant to take human children. Lucas Hill, Maya Carter, and Ethan Ross were small but unbroken. Their courage, intelligence, and cooperation were already beginning to show. They were human, and humanity was not easily subdued. That night, as stars glittered outside the alien vessel, Lucas whispered, "We will find a way out." Maya nodded. Together, Ethan's voice was small but firm, "We can do this." Vral did not understand why the children smiled. He only felt growing unease. Something was coming that he had not anticipated, something powerful, and in Haven 3, Captain Daniel Brooks looked up at the sky. He did not know the exact location of the alien ship, but he knew humanity would not fail. Children were safe, or humanity would fight the universe to bring them home. The colony slept, exhausted from worry, but a quiet hope remained. And far above, the alien vessel drifted, unaware that it carried not weak human children, but small sparks of humanity that would soon ignite into unstoppable strength. The alien vessel moved quietly through space, a sleek shadow among the stars. Inside, the children from Haven 3 slowly woke. Lucas Hill rubbed his eyes. The room was cold and bright with smooth walls that glowed faintly. He looked around and saw Maya Carter still clutching her blanket. "Where are we?" he whispered. Maya shook her head. "I don't know," she said, her voice steady even though her heart raced. Ethan Ross sat quietly, his notebook open. He was already drawing the walls and the strange panels that lined them. The aliens watched them closely. Commander Vrall stood near the observation window. His narrow eyes glimmered with curiosity and caution. He had studied hundreds of species before, but human children were different. They were small, yet something about them made him uneasy. "They should be weaker," Vrall said to his science officer, a pale-skinned alien with long arms. "They are small, they should be frightened, but they are calm." "Why?" The science officer clicked his mandibles. "Their hormones, they are unusual. Their stress increases, but their performance does not decrease. They adapt." Vrall frowned. "This is new. They are too small to be dangerous, but I feel wrong about this." Meanwhile, the children explored their new surroundings. Lucas found that the floor panels hummed lightly under his hands. "Look," he said to Ethan. "This one changes when I touch it." Ethan examined it carefully. "It must control the energy field," he said. "If I time it, we can maybe open the doors." Maya kept the younger children close. She held the hands of two little girls who were scared and whispered, "It's okay. We'll figure this out, together." Her courage inspired the others. Lucas felt stronger knowing Maya was near. Ethan worked silently, memorizing the flicker of the lights, the hum of the panels, and the pattern of the alien guards. The aliens began to realize that the children were not behaving like ordinary specimens. Vrall frowned. "Why are they not afraid?" he asked. "This is impossible. They should panic. They should be weak." "They are humans," the science officer said. "Perhaps that is the difference. Humans fight back even when they are small." Vrall did not like this answer. He ordered the guards to watch more closely and to restrict the children's movement further. But the children had already noticed weaknesses in the containment system. Lucas pressed lightly on a panel, causing a spark. Ethan noticed the energy field flicker at the same moment. "It's a pattern," he whispered. "If we move now, we can try it." Maya nodded. "We need to wait for the right time," she said. "We have to be careful." Back on Haven 3, Captain Daniel Brooks monitored the skies. He had detected the alien ship's movement hours ago. He sent an emergency message to Earth, explaining the situation. Admiral Grace Mitchell immediately ordered the Horizon, one of humanity's fastest and most powerful warships, to intercept the alien vessel. Commander Ryan Cole of the Horizon listened quietly to the message. "Children have been taken?" he asked softly. His voice was calm, but his eyes were serious. Every crew member understood the weight of that statement. "We will retrieve them," he said. "Prepare the fleet. We do not fail at this mission." The alien vessel moved closer to a small research planet, intending to take the children for further study. Vrall felt confident. He believed the humans would not attack over a few children. He did not understand humanity well. Inside the alien ship, the children were preparing. Lucas tested the panels again. Maya taught the younger ones to stay calm and move quietly. Ethan carefully observed the guards, noting their routines and the timing of their patrols. The children worked together, sharing ideas, whispering instructions. They were not afraid. They were focused. At one moment, a small alarm sounded. One of the alien guards had noticed a panel being touched. Maya quickly pulled Lucas and Ethan to the side. "Stay calm," she whispered. "Act normal." The guard approached, scanning the room. He looked suspicious but did not immediately act. Lucas's hand trembled slightly, but he stayed silent. The guard moved away. Vral watched the monitors. "Why are they still calm?" he asked. "They should scream. They should beg. Instead, they work together." "They are intelligent beyond expectation," the science officer said. "Perhaps that is why humans survive on planets like Earth. They adapt. They cooperate, even children." Vral did not like the thought. "They are small," he said, "and yet they are strong. We may have underestimated them." Meanwhile, the horizon approached the alien vessel. Commander Ryan Cole kept his face calm. "Do not engage yet," he said to his officers. "We need to assess. Children first, weapons second." Inside the alien vessel, the children finally found a weakness in the energy field. Lucas pressed a small panel while Ethan timed the flicker perfectly. The energy barrier wavered. Maya gave a small nod. Together, they pushed against the weakened field. It gave way. The children were free to move within the ship, though the corridors were still patrolled by aliens. Ethan whispered, "We have to move fast." Lucas nodded. "Let's go." Maya gathered the younger children. "Stay together. No one gets left behind." Vral's eyes widened when he saw the monitors. The children had breached the containment field without assistance. "Impossible," he exclaimed. "They should not be able to do this." The science officer clicked nervously. "Humans are unpredictable." The children moved carefully, hiding behind panels and shadows. They were small and fast, slipping past the alien guards without being noticed. Lucas found control panels and disabled small systems as they passed. Ethan memorized everything they saw. Maya kept spirits high, whispering encouragement. Back on the horizon, Commander Cole's officers reported tracking data. The alien ship was vulnerable. Its weapons were offline. Its engines could be disrupted. Cole made his decision. "Prepare boarding teams," he said. "We retrieve the children. Nothing else matters." Vral did not yet understand what was happening. He had never seen such coordination from children. Panic began to spread among his crew. They tried to contain the breaches, but the children moved faster than expected. The children reached the main corridors, where most of the alien crew worked. Lucas used his small hands to press panels, shutting down lights and doors temporarily. Ethan led younger children through safe paths he memorized. Maya guided everyone with careful instructions, whispering courage into their ears. The aliens panicked. Their technology was advanced, but they had not counted on the intelligence, courage, and cooperation of humans. Vral ordered the ship to full alert, but the children were already halfway to engineering. Back at Haven 3, Captain Daniel Brooks watched the sensors. He smiled faintly. The children were human, yes, but that meant they could fight, adapt, and survive. Humanity was not weak. He could feel hope. Admiral Grace Mitchell prepared the fleet. The horizon would arrive in time. Commander Ryan Cole would lead the rescue. The galaxy had underestimated humans for the last time. Inside the alien ship, the children reached a central control room. Lucas pressed a panel, causing a small system to fail. The lights flickered. Ethan used the moment to map out the corridors to the exit. Maya comforted the youngest children who had started to cry. "We are almost there," she said. "Stay close. We can do this." Vral's eyes narrowed. These humans, they are small yet strong. They are children yet unstoppable. How is this possible? The science officer clicked nervously. "Perhaps humans are different. Perhaps that is why they survive everywhere. Perhaps we underestimated them too much." The children moved carefully through the corridors. They worked as a team, trusting each other completely. No one was left behind. Lucas disabled small systems. Ethan memorized patrols. Maya guided and encouraged. Vral could only watch. His fear grew. The humans had done the impossible. They had breached containment, adapted to heavier gravity, and avoided detection. Even the best alien soldiers could not do what these children were accomplishing. Outside, the horizon dropped out of faster-than-light travel. Commander Ryan Cole watched the alien vessel. He saw the energy patterns flicker just as Lucas and Ethan had predicted. He smiled faintly. Humanity was already reclaiming what was theirs. Inside the alien ship, the children reached the transport deck. Doors opened slightly and they could see the stars outside. Lucas's eyes widened. "Freedom," he whispered. Maya nodded. "Almost there," she said. Ethan smiled quietly. "We can do this, together." Vral realized he had made a grave mistake. He had thought human children were fragile. He had thought humans would not risk war over small lives. Now he understood the truth. Humans were not fragile. Children were not weak. Humanity was unstoppable when defending its own. The alien vessel moved toward the research planet, but it was too late. The horizon was already in position. The rescue had begun. The children, small but brave, waited quietly. Lucas pressed the final panel. Ethan checked the timing. Maya whispered to the group, "Stay close. Trust each other." The corridors shifted, lights flickered, the ship trembled slightly. Commander Vral's voice shook. "This cannot be happening," he shouted, but no one was listening. The children moved carefully, confidently. They were ready. Humanity had not failed them. And in the vast darkness of space, a small spark of courage and intelligence began to shine brightly. For the first time, the aliens understood that humans, even their children, were not ordinary. They were different, stronger, smarter, unpredictable. And the galaxy would soon learn this the hard way. The horizon hung in space, its sleek metal frame shining faintly in the distant starlight. Commander Ryan Cole stood on the bridge, calm and focused. He watched the alien scout vessel through the viewing panels. The ship moved steadily toward a distant research world, carrying human children inside. "Commander," said Lieutenant Adam Gray, "the vessel is moving toward the research planet. If they reach it, recovery will be harder." Ryan nodded. "We intercept here. Stop them before they reach the surface. And remember, children first. Nothing else matters." Below, inside the alien vessel, Lucas Hill, Maya Carter, and Ethan Ross moved quickly but quietly. They had reached the central corridors where most of the alien crew worked. Lucas examined a control panel and whispered, "If I can disable these lights and doors, we can move freely." Ethan checked the timing of the energy fields. "Now," he said softly. Maya guided the younger children, keeping them calm. The children pressed forward together. Their small bodies moved with surprising speed. They pressed buttons, opened panels, and slipped past alien guards who were larger and stronger. But the aliens were not ready for this kind of resistance. In the observation room, Commander Vral's eyes narrowed. "They should be weak," he said in disbelief. "They should cry, they should beg, but they move as one. They coordinate, they plan." The science officer clicked nervously. "It is unusual. We have never seen such behavior in younglings of any species." Vral's hands tightened. "This is dangerous," he said. "I underestimated them too much. This is a mistake." On the horizon, Commander Cole opened a secure communication channel. His voice was calm but firm. "You have human children aboard. Return them immediately," he said. "Do not make this harder than it has to be." The alien commander laughed. It was a low, harsh sound. "You cannot stop us," he said. "The children are property of the Empire now. Your threats are meaningless." Ryan Cole's eyes narrowed. He turned to the bridge crew. His voice dropped, almost a whisper, but every officer heard him. "You caged human children. Do you even realize, my God, what have you done?" A silence filled the bridge. The words were quiet but heavy. Every human in the room felt the weight. Commander Vral heard it too, though over communication, and he shivered. There was calm in the voice, not anger, not panic, just focus. Humans were different. Humans were dangerous when their children were threatened. Inside the alien vessel, the children continued to move. Lucas pressed panels, causing lights to flicker. Ethan timed energy fields so that doors opened just enough for the group to slip through. Maya whispered encouragement. "We are almost there," she said. "Stay close, keep moving, trust each other." Vral's eyes widened. They are doing it," he exclaimed. "They are escaping containment, children escaping. Impossible," the science officer clicked rapidly. "We cannot stop them. They understand our systems. They think faster than expected." The alien crew scrambled. Guards ran down corridors trying to block the children. But the children were too small, too fast, too coordinated. Lucas slipped through a narrow passage, pulling open doors for the others. Maya guided younger children over small obstacles. Ethan moved silently, memorizing patterns for future steps. Back on the horizon, Ryan Cole gave orders. "Prepare boarding teams," he said. "We enter the vessel and retrieve the children. Use minimum force on the ship. Focus on extraction." The Horizon's engines glowed as it dropped out of faster-than-light travel, appearing directly in front of the alien vessel. Vral's eyes widened in shock. He had believed humanity would hesitate. He had believed the aliens were untouchable. But now a human warship was in front of his vessel, unyielding. The alien crew panicked. The children had already caused small failures in the ship systems. Doors were offline. Lights flickered. The engines were partially disrupted. And now a human warship blocked their path. Inside the corridors, Lucas reached a small engineering room. "We can use this to help disable their systems," he whispered. Ethan checked the timing of the energy fields. "Yes, now," he said. Together they pressed panels, causing temporary failures in lighting and communications. Guards shouted, but the children moved quickly and quietly, slipping past them. Maya gathered the younger ones. "Stay together. Don't panic. We can do this," she said firmly. Her calm voice gave courage to the frightened children. Vral's hands shook. He had never seen a species so small, so young, act with such intelligence and bravery. They are extraordinary," he muttered. The science officer clicked nervously. "Commander, they are not afraid, they are adapting. Every attempt we make to stop them fails." Vral's mouth opened in disbelief. "They are children," he shouted. "Children should not be able to do this. We underestimated them too much." On the horizon, Ryan Cole ordered precision strikes. The human crew fired small disabling beams at critical systems, avoiding harm to the children. The alien vessel trembled slightly as lights and shields flickered. Vral's panic increased. He realized that the humans had not only caught up, they were dictating the battle. Inside the alien vessel, Lucas, Maya, and Ethan reached a transport room. They could see the stars through small windows. Lucas's eyes widened. "Freedom," he whispered. Maya nodded. "Almost there," she said. Ethan smiled quietly. "We can do this, together." The alien crew tried to block the exits, but the children had already memorized the corridors. They slipped past guards, opened doors, and guided the younger children through safe paths. Even small children helped each other. They moved as one, strong and coordinated. Vral shouted orders, but his crew was in disarray. Every plan to contain the children had failed. Lights flickered, doors opened unexpectedly, and alarms were ignored. The children were already halfway to the upper deck, where the Horizon's boarding teams would soon enter. Ryan Cole watched the monitors. The children's actions matched the reports from the sensors. Small human hands had disabled systems. Their intelligence and courage had allowed them to navigate a vessel much larger and more advanced than themselves. Humanity's future, represented in a few brave children, was already showing itself. Lucas pressed a final panel, opening the path to the transport deck. Maya guided everyone forward, whispering encouragement. Ethan memorized every detail for the future. The group moved with courage and intelligence, showing bravery beyond their years. Vral's eyes narrowed. He could not understand. He had expected fear. He had expected weakness. But human children were different. They adapted. They resisted. They fought not with weapons but with courage, teamwork, and intelligence. The Horizon's boarding teams prepared to enter. Lieutenant Adam Gray led the group. Their mission was clear: retrieve the children safely. Weapons were ready, but they would only be used if necessary. They understood the importance of human life, especially young human life. Inside the alien ship, the children reached the upper corridors. Lucas pressed a panel, opening a small hatch. "This way," he whispered. Maya helped the younger children climb through. Ethan checked the timing of the energy fields again. "We're almost there," he said. Vrall could only watch. He had underestimated humans. He had thought children were weak. He had thought humans would not act decisively. Now he faced the truth. Humanity was unpredictable. Humanity was brave. And humanity protected its own, no matter the odds. The Horizon's boarding teams entered the alien vessel. They moved carefully, securing corridors and guiding children towards safety. Lucas, Maya, and Ethan led the way, showing the paths and helping others through. The human Marines were impressed. The children's courage and intelligence made the rescue easier. Vrall finally understood. His arrogance had cost him. He had believed humans would not risk war over children, but now the evidence was clear. Humans would do anything to protect their young, and the galaxy would learn this truth very quickly. The children reached the transport deck. Small windows showed the stars outside. Lucas's face lit with hope. Maya held the youngest children close. Ethan looked quietly at the panels, memorizing everything. Together, they waited for the Horizon's teams to reach them. Ryan Cole's voice came over the comms. Calm, firm, and deadly serious. "Children, we are here. Follow the instructions and you will be safe. Trust us." The children nodded. They moved carefully, following the path Lucas and Ethan had prepared. Maya guided the group, keeping everyone calm. Their teamwork had brought them this far. It would carry them the rest of the way. Vrall's hands shook. He could not believe what he saw. Children, small and fragile in appearance, had outsmarted trained alien soldiers, navigated advanced systems, and survived against impossible odds. This was humanity. This was what humans were capable of. The boarding teams reached the transport deck. Human Marines gently guided the children to safety. Lucas, Maya, and Ethan were among the first. The younger children followed, still frightened but filled with hope. They had escaped. They had survived. And humanity had proven once again that its courage and love for its own were unmatched. Vrall slumped back in his chair. He had underestimated humans. He had underestimated children. And now he faced the consequences. The galaxy would remember this day. Humanity's reputation had grown stronger, not because of weapons or numbers, but because of courage, intelligence, and the refusal to allow harm to its own. The story of the rescue was just beginning. The galaxy had witnessed the first spark of a greater force, humanity rising against impossible odds. And in the hearts of Lucas, Maya, and Ethan, a quiet truth had formed. Humanity protects its children above all, and anyone who challenges that will learn the hard way. The children stood together on the transport deck of the alien vessel. The stars stretched endlessly beyond the small windows. Lucas Hill looked around, feeling the weight of everything that had happened. He had never imagined such danger, but now he felt stronger. Maya Carter held the younger children close, whispering encouragement. "We made it this far," she said softly. "We can make it the rest of the way." Ethan Ross memorized every control panel, every light, and every door. He wanted to understand everything for the future. Outside, the horizon hovered, powerful and steady. The boarding teams moved carefully, guiding the children toward safety. Lieutenant Adam Gray led the way, signaling the children forward. They were small and frightened, but their courage had carried them this far. Now, humanity was ready to reclaim what was theirs. Lucas stepped forward first. Maya helped the younger children climb the final step onto the Horizon's safety deck. Ethan followed, still observing every detail. The children looked back at the alien vessel. Commander Vrall was watching them from inside, his eyes wide with fear and disbelief. He had underestimated humans, and now he was facing the consequences. The Horizon's medical teams quickly took the children to a secure area. Alina Parker arrived moments later, her face filled with relief. She hugged each child tightly. "You're safe," she whispered. "You're all safe now." Lucas grinned despite the exhaustion. Maya smiled faintly, holding the smallest child's hand. Ethan quietly shared what he had memorized, pointing to panels and doors. "This is how it worked," he said. "This is how we moved." Captain Daniel Brooks observed from the bridge. He had watched the events unfold from Haven 3. Humanity had once again shown that courage, intelligence, and teamwork could overcome impossible odds. He smiled faintly. "They did it," he said softly. "Children, they did it." Commander Ryan Cole entered the secure room. His eyes met the children's. He spoke calmly with quiet authority. "You were brave," he said. "You stayed together, you thought clearly, you did not give up. That is what makes humans strong." Lucas and Maya nodded. Ethan blinked but smiled faintly. Meanwhile, on the alien vessel, Commander Vrall slumped into his chair. He had watched his crew struggle to contain children who had no weapons, no training, and yet had outsmarted his best soldiers. His narrow eyes filled with dread. He understood now what he had done. He had committed a grave mistake. Vrall's science officer spoke softly. "Commander, they are not like other species. Even their young, they are capable of extraordinary things. Perhaps we underestimated humans too much." Vrall leaned back. "This is a lesson we cannot forget," he whispered. "We took children and we thought it would be simple, but we were wrong, very wrong." Back on the horizon, Admiral Grace Mitchell appeared on the main screen via secure link. She spoke firmly but without anger. "Commander Cole and everyone aboard the Horizon, excellent work. You have shown that humanity protects its own. Let this be known across the galaxy. Harming human children carries consequences. We do not attack without reason, but we will respond swiftly and decisively when our young are threatened." The children, safe for the first time in hours, listened quietly. Lucas felt a small surge of pride. Maya hugged one of the younger children tightly. Ethan scribbled down notes quickly, already planning ways to improve colony safety. They had survived impossible odds. They had been brave. They had done what many adults could not have done. Vrall, back on his vessel, sent a communication to the Alien Council. His voice was careful. "We miscalculated. Human children are not weak. We have learned this the hard way. We will return any taken specimens and reconsider our actions. Humanity is different, stronger than we expected." The council responded with hesitation. They had never seen such bravery in children. They had never seen humans act in ways that defied their predictions. Across alien space, the message spread. Humans protected their own fiercely, even their young, and any threat to them could bring unimaginable consequences. The Horizon began the journey back to Haven 3. The children were escorted to their families. Parents hugged their children tightly. Tears streamed freely. Alina Parker stood among them, relief filling her heart. "You are heroes," she said softly. Lucas smiled. Maya's eyes sparkled faintly. Ethan quietly explained the panels and corridors to Daniel Brooks, who listened carefully. In the control room of the Horizon, Commander Cole observed the alien vessel retreating. Vrall's ship was damaged, its systems disrupted, and its crew shaken. Humanity had not fired indiscriminate weapons. They had shown restraint, but they had acted decisively. The message had been delivered. Humanity was strong, united, and not to be underestimated. Lucas, Maya, and Ethan sat quietly, still holding each other's hands. The Horizon's crew spoke softly, reassuring them that everything was safe. Lucas looked at Maya. "We did it," he whispered. Maya nodded. "We did it together," she said. Ethan smiled faintly, already thinking about what they had learned. The horizon approached Haven 3. The small colony was visible below, golden fields stretching as far as the eye could see. Captain Daniel Brooks contacted the colony. "Prepare for the children's return," he said. "They are coming home." Families gathered at the landing site. When the transport opened, the children ran into their parents' arms. Laughter mixed with tears. The small colony had never seen such relief. Lucas hugged his mother tightly. Maya ran to her father, still holding the hand of one of the younger children. Ethan quietly explained to his parents what he had memorized, showing them panels and pathways. Commander Ryan Cole observed from the horizon's bridge. He remained calm, but a faint smile appeared on his face. Humanity had once again shown that even its smallest members could achieve extraordinary things. They had intelligence, courage, and a will that no alien could ignore. Vral's vessel moved away from Haven 3. The commander stared at the human colony from a distance. He had underestimated humans. He had underestimated their courage, their intelligence, and their loyalty to one another. The galaxy would remember this day. The Empire would remember this day. And Vral would never forget the lesson. Humanity's greatest strength was not its technology or numbers, but its spirit. Back on Haven 3, the children returned to their daily lives, but they were changed. Lucas wanted to study engineering, learning how systems worked so that he could help others in the future. Maya wanted to join the fleet when she grew older, determined to protect those who could not protect themselves. Ethan quietly planned ways to improve colony defenses, ensuring that no other human would face such danger again. Alina Parker watched her students with pride. They had been brave beyond their years. They had survived, and they had inspired everyone who had witnessed their courage. Captain Daniel Brooks smiled quietly, knowing that humanity's future was safe in capable hands. Across the galaxy, the aliens discussed what had happened. They shared reports of small humans defeating trained soldiers, escaping containment, and surviving in harsh conditions. They began to understand that humans were not just another species. Humans were unpredictable, resilient, and willing to protect their own at any cost. Commander Vral finally admitted to his science officer, "We cannot treat humans as weak, not ever again. Even children, even the smallest ones, can outsmart us. Humanity is stronger than we believed." The Horizon left Haven 3 after a short refueling. The crew knew that the galaxy would change after this event. News would spread that humans, even their children, could overcome impossible odds. Other species would think twice before harming humans or challenging them in any way. On Haven 3, life slowly returned to normal. Fields were tended, lessons continued. Children played in the open, now safer than ever. Lucas, Maya, and Ethan were heroes, though they acted quietly, helping others and learning from what had happened. Admiral Grace Mitchell sent a final message to the Alien Council. "Humanity does not seek war. Humanity does not act without reason, but harming our children will bring consequences. This is not a threat, it is a fact. Remember it." The Alien Council listened. Commander Vral bowed his head. He had learned the truth the hard way. Humanity protected its young, and any who challenged that would learn the hard way what it meant to face humans. The story ended quietly on Haven 3. Families reunited. The children returned to their simple lives, but their courage had changed the galaxy. Lucas, Maya, and Ethan would remember this day forever. They had survived fear, danger, and the unknown. They had proven that humans, even the smallest among them, were never weak. And far beyond the stars, alien worlds whispered of the humans who could not be easily controlled. They had underestimated humanity. They had underestimated the spirit of its children, and the galaxy would remember that lesson forever. The final thought of the day settled quietly in the hearts of everyone who witnessed it. Humanity's greatest strength was not in its weapons, ships, or technology. Its greatest strength was its love, courage, and the unwavering will to protect its own. And in the endless darkness of space, that lesson shone brighter than any star.